My name's Rich Novy. I'm a research geneticist with USDA ARS out of Aberdeen, Idaho. Just going to talk about some of the newer potato variety releases. Right now we have two late blight resistant clones that are coming through currently the Western Regional Potato Variety Trials, and they've looked quite good with respect to their processing ability as well as their yields. These have very high levels of late blight resistance, which can help in reducing fungicide inputs, and the benefit to growers would be reduced costs for the growing of those varieties potentially, and then also from the standpoint of environmental as well, with reductions in pesticide use. There is also a lot of interest right now in potato varieties that have reduced inputs for nutrients, nutrients being such as nitrogen or phosphorus, and that's where my colleague Jeff Stark has done a lot of work with looking at the utilization of nitrogen and or phosphorus from these newer varieties. Many of them appear to have a much reduced need for nitrogen. As an example, this is one with Premier Russet, and this is one variety that has a reduced need for nitrogen relative to Russet Burbank. This one also, fortuitously, has a reduced need for phosphorus as well. So that's a big benefit, because you can have leaching, for example, of nitrogen into the groundwater, which can be of concern in different areas. And also phosphorus, if you have it run into your lakes, etc., it can result in algae bloom. So it would be a benefit to have reduced usage by some of these new varieties. And we also have Clearwater Russet is another one that's been released recently, and that one is doing quite well with respect to an earlier maturing russet that could be used both for processing as well as fresh pack. And so there's a lot of interest in that. Classic is another one currently, and that is an earlier maturing one as well. So,
what do you have over there?
This is one of the late blight resistant clones that I was speaking of. This is 96814-65LB. It's a long-winded designation, but it's a breeding designation that is given to a potato clone prior to its being released as a potato variety. So if this makes the grade, then it might be given a name down the road.
How far from possible production in that with that grade?
With this one, it's in its first year. As of last year, it will have its second year of trialing. If it looks good, probably about another 2 or 3 years from now, it could be released as a variety.
It's too early to say it's the demise of the Russet Burbank, but like one presenter said today, most of these potatoes have a smaller carbon footprint than the Russet Burbank. Is that what we're looking for in the future?
Yeah, I think that's going to become more and more important. As you're aware, perhaps there has been impetus from shareholders approaching McDonald's regarding reductions in their pesticide usage in their supply chain. So that, I think, has given some impetus maybe for some of these quick service retailers to look more closely at some of these newer varieties that potentially could help in having a smaller carbon footprint.
So it's more the desire is there, but until the QSRs get on board.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. We need to get their involvement and to spell out to them what the benefit is for the adoption of these newer, lower input type varieties. And I think if we can show them and get to meet with them, which it sounds like we will in the future, I think we have a good case. There's many good varieties out there, not just in our program at Aberdeen, but on a national level as well.